Leftovers can be yesterday's lunch magically transformed into tonight's dinner. That's right. We can take a leftover pasta and turn it into a cheesy pasta frittata.
Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank.
We'll eat well and save money, because that's what we do.
Welcome to Struggle Meals.
I've got my broccoli here, I've got my lasagna roll-ups, and I also have eggs. And that means I can make a frittata, which is the ultimate vehicle for leftovers. It's great for breakfast, it's great for lunch, it's great for dinner, and it's good hot or cold. Versatility! I believe that's the translation of frittata. So let's start by heating up our pan. Let's get some eggs going right in the bowl like that. Boom, boom, boom. So you really want to get the yolks and the whites together here. And I actually think that a fork is the best utensil to use, because if you use a whisk here, you're gonna whip a lot of air into it. And that sort of makes a souffle. That means it's not gonna be able to hold the dense leftover ingredients as well. And that means it's gonna crumble. We don't want air. All right, our eggs are all beat up. So I've got some leftover cooked broccoli here. This can be any cooked vegetable. They're all gonna be great. What you have to decide is just how big or small you want the pieces. Gigantic isn't so great. No, small to medium pieces like these little florets here, this is great. That way they can be surrounded by egg. They can become an integral part of what will be a solidified vehicle, cooked egg. And that's the game. That's the game right here. So beautiful. So we'll put those in. Check it out now. I've got some leftover pasta here. This works with any pasta. It's spaghetti, it's penne, it's butter noodles, mac and cheese, delicious frittata filling. Doesn't matter. Any of them work. But something like lasagna, I can't just put this block in here. This is gonna be no good, right? Right, so we gotta chop it up. Try to make the fillings all roughly about the same size. Mix that around a little bit. Not only do these ingredients add a ton of flavor, but they're free. You've already paid for them. And now I'm getting a totally new dish out of these things. Really wringing the value out of these, if you will. But there's another place we pay for something once and continue to pull value over time. And that, of course, is our herb garden. And so here we are, parsley and eggs, always a great idea. Chives and cheese work really well together. So we can just kind of come in with our knife here and just start getting through the chives. They don't have to be perfect because this is not like a finishing touch. Now we got some parsley. Run the knife through it just a few times, and that's going in. This is not an omelet where the egg is the main event and there's small amounts of fillings. This is a frittata. The leftovers are the main event. The egg is simply a binder. It's simply a pedestal onto which you will place your ingredients that you're looking to get something new from. I've got cheese. I'm putting it in. Do you need it? No. Can you use any cheese? Yes. But Parmesan is delicious. I buy it in block form. It's one of those things that's pretty much always there for me whenever I need it because I buy it in block form. It lasts such a long time. It brings so much value, and I just love the nutty saltiness. Butter's gonna bring flavor. It's also gonna help prevent stickage. Just go around the edges everywhere. I'm a big fan of seasoning really at the very last step with eggs, but you don't have to go totally crazy with the salt. Remember, our leftovers were seasoned perfectly, seasoned for the amount of eggs that you put in here, right? Otherwise, you're gonna overdo it. A little bit of pepper. It should look like leftovers with egg. It should really be a 50-50 partnership, if you will. Or if you're smart, 51-49. Butter's all melted. Let's come in with our frittata. Just spread it out. Resist the urge to mess with this too much. We want the egg to start cooking against the contact surface of the pan all around. Our butter is kind of working our way up here. So I just like to come in with my rubber spatula and just make sure it's nice and free. And now we got to cook this through. If we do it here, the bottom will be burnt by the time the inside's cooked. That's why we go into the oven. You should be doing this in an oven-safe pan. So this is going to be in here for like 10 to 15 minutes or until the center is set. Woo! Look at that. No jiggle, that's good. This is ready. So the frittata's out of the oven. I've let it cool for a little bit. Very, very important that you let that happen before you slice into it. Otherwise, you're no good. And we are ready to reap the rewards of the metamorphosis of our leftovers into something fantastic. There we are, frittata metamorphosis. Look at this. This is 43 cents a serving. It's practically free. You wanna know why? Because we're using ingredients that we already paid for, which do not count towards the cost right now. And that is the beauty of this. I love a frittata. Beautiful. The egg has just surrounded our ingredients just perfectly to hold everything together. Yum, yum. It's my leftover pasta that I'm tasting. It's so good. How about a little package or a hot sauce? Get a little hot sauce on there. Look at that. Two forces at work here. One, you can take any leftover and put it in. Two, and this is a big one, you already paid for these ingredients, right? They're giving you something new right now. So get on it today. Make your unique, one-of-a-kind, limited edition frittata using leftovers.